Hey there, Organigram traders and investors. It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today's Sunday, February 9th. Happy Sunday. Super Bowl day. Going to be watching it with some friends, so looking forward to that. Going to be heading there shortly after this video. In this video, we'll be discussing Q1 2025 earnings for Organigram that's coming up this week. We'll discuss all of the analyst estimates. There's not a lot, so I know a lot of people were asking what gives, so I wanted to do a video. I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the price action. We'll take a look at the chart in the days, weeks, months ahead. But if you're not familiar with these earnings prep videos, essentially we post a video a couple of days before the earnings release, and we go over analyst estimates and get a consensus on what to expect in terms of Wall Street estimates. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like, smash the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future content or whenever I go live. You can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And full disclosure, I do own Organigram stock, a very large position in my portfolio, very bullish on the stock. And this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Also, I'd like to get Bina on, CEO of Organigram, for a interview at some point soon. Let me know if this is something that you would be interested in seeing in the comment section. Organigram to report first quarter fiscal 2025 results on February 11th, 2024, just a few days before Valentine's Day. And that will be for the quarter ended December 31st, 2024. And it'll be on Tuesday, February 11th, as I mentioned, prior to the market open. And they will have a conference call as well. That's going to be on the same day at 8 a.m. Eastern time. It's pretty early on the Western front here. It's going to be about 6 a.m. Mountain time, so I'll do my best to join that call. If that's something everybody would like me to do a live stream as well, please let me know and I'll see what I can do to make that happen. But if we take a look at investing.com, they actually don't have anything here. Or wait, they have a February 10th, but I'm not sure. Yeah, February 10th, 2025, but they already have revenue like inputted in there, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Very confusing. And then if we go to TradingView, they don't have anything here as well. The next one is showing April, and if we look at the last one, it was from December. So it's missing from there. It's also missing from investing.com. But good old Moo, we'll take a look at the analyst estimates here. So this is in Canadian revenue, and EBITDA estimates are in Canadian. EPS is in USD for whatever reason. So it's a bit all over the map here with regards to Organigram. But based on one analyst, they're forecasting negative 905,000 for EBITDA. Revenue is projected for Q1 2025 at 48.935 million Canadian, and EPS is negative 0.017 in Canadian. That'd be around negative 0.024. So they are expecting a loss for Organigram this quarter. So those will be the numbers to watch out for. If we see a decent beat or a decent miss, then stock will react accordingly. But we'll take a look at the chart here at the moment. On the daily time frame, we did just like most of the sector, we did have a pretty decent bounce here off of the low. If you go from the low to the high there, it's about a move of almost 22% there off of the low, but we had no daily support. We have no daily trend change either, so we still need the daily higher low and higher high. So we have some work to do there. If we zoom out to the longer level time frames, that's what I'm most concerned about, is the monthly time frame. Weekly time frame, we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross here. We have a nice floor forming at 142. It was actually a double bottom, so essentially 142, 143. And then after that, next major support level at 131. But key resistance here in the short term is going to be 174 and then 177. After that, we have a lack until about 194, where we had a double top there. Zooming out to the monthly time frame, we have our low, high, scouting a higher low, and we haven't formed it yet, but you can see monthly EMA 12 continues to be an absolute brick wall. We want to see 3 candle closes above it. Here we had 2. We were going for the third, failed to do so, and then it continues to be a brick wall of resistance here at the moment. So it's all about confirming the monthly uptrend. If we don't do that, then we are not confident that the bear market is over and we're starting a new multi-year bull market. But the good thing is crypto, big tech, crypto, AI looks very close to ending its bull cycle, and then I think MJ is going to be a huge beneficiary of that. I think we'll see MJ go on to be one of the best performing, if not the best performing sectors over the coming years. But like I said, still a lot of work to do here on the monthly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we did have a stochastic and a MACD bull cross, and we closed above the 10-week moving average. So we have some nice reassurance here on the weekly time frame with those indicators crossing bullish, that we could start to see some momentum here over the next few weeks back to the bulls. We just had a 50 and the 100 weekly moving average bull cross, but again, it's acting as resistance here at the moment. So if we can get back up to around our 200 weekly, that'd put us just north of $4, which a lot of names in the space are starting to head there. Look at High Tide. It actually got above its weekly 200 moving average. And if we take a look at OGI, again, that'd put us around $4. On the daily time frame, we are topping out right at the 200-day moving average, so strong resistance there. We could be gearing up for a golden cross with the 50 crossing through the 200-day moving average, but it's looking like that's more than likely going to be at least a few weeks out based on how far away we are before we see those cross. So I would say at least 2, maybe 3 weeks before we see those cross bullish. So still a lot of work to do here in terms of the weekly time frame. There's only a few names in the space that are in monthly uptrends. I think High Tide and Canara Biotech are the only ones in monthly uptrends. A lot of the sector is in monthly downtrends. You can see high, low, lower high, and lower low. So we still need to bounce on the monthly, form a high, and then a higher low and higher high. So we got at least 3 months, maybe even 4 months before we see monthly uptrends across this sector. And we need not just OGI, right? We need all of the names in Canada, producers, retailers. We need all the producers and retailers in the US, ETFs in Canada and the US to confirm monthly uptrends. If not, we're not worried about, a couple of outliers, right? It's great to see that, there's some very technically strong names in the space. They're few and far between. Like I said, High Tide and Canara really stand out. But until we see 80-90% of the names in the space confirm monthly uptrends, then we're not going to be confident that the bear market is over. And I've been very, very tough with people lately because, a lot of people just continue to blame the industry. They continue to not understand how early we are, right? This plant is still federally illegal in the US. So this isn't even the first inning. This is the pregame warm-up, right? And I see so many people all the time they're making up all these different excuses saying, oh, well, this company's doing well because of this, and this one's doing bad because of this. And it's just the flavor of the week, right? And then that stock starts performing poorly that they were saying that they were praising. And the whole reason why they were praising it in the first place is because of, the profitability or great earnings. And then the stock, that they're praising plunges 10, 20, 30, 40%, joins the rest of the sector. And then it's crickets. And then I see that same thing again, time and time again, until XYZ company starts to post good quarterly profits or annual profits or whatever it is, right? A couple of good financials back to back. Well, I don't subscribe to that because there's tons of name in the space, right? Organigram's doing well, but there's tons of names like Green Thumb, for example, who's had fantastic earnings. They're in the positive for EPS. They're doing fantastic. They have incredible margins. Their fundamentals, their financials, and their earnings and profitability is unlike anything else in the space. And if you look at the stock performance over the last 6 months or so, since April, the stock is down 60%. So if it's an MJ stock, you need to expect more downside or more of the same. It doesn't matter if it's profitable, unprofitable, Canadian LP, US MSO, right? They're all down about 80 to 90% on average from their all-time highs and 52-week highs. And until we see monthly uptrends across the sector's just not popular. And until we start to see this industry, right, this sector start to gain popularity again, it's just going to be more of the same. And like I said, the great news is that big tech, crypto, AI looks to be on the verge of topping out here in the next couple of months, and that should bode well for Organigram and the rest of its peers in the sector. But let me know what you think of these earnings projections. Do you think they're going to beat? Do you think they're going to miss? Always love hearing from you. We'll continue the conversation in the comment section below, and let me know if you'd like to see a live stream of the earnings call. All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Chiefs, go. Let's see if they can three-peat. I don't believe any other NFL team has ever done that, so this will be a feat that will be talked about for many, many years. So very, very difficult to do, and it's a legacy for sure. It's a team that will go down in the history books. So wishing them all the best. It's going to be an exciting game. All right, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll catch you on the next video.